Dancing on my wrist. Heard niggas talking till I split they wigs. When I catch a body, add them to the list. I'm the man, I'm the god, I'm the shit. I got beams, I got Glocks, I got hits. I'm the man.
Slayer! What's going on, everybody? I'm here with the one and only Machete of the Tower, Pill Poppin' Kun. Talk to the people.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is your boy, Harem Detective, aka Vince, aka Pill Poppin' Vince, and Machete of the Tower. All right, let's get it.
So, I know you said you wanted two, so you'll get your second one later. But today we're here to talk about who I assume is your favorite character in the series, which is Ran, correct?
It is, because, I mean, my man, he's just raw. That's it. He's just raw.
Like funny story before I start asking some questions on him. He was actually my favorite character the first time I read Tower of God. Like,
oh shit.
He was my favorite character in the series for a very long time. It was during kind of multiple rereads that he kind of slowly and surely kind of dropped. I would still say he's floating around my top 10. He's still raw. I still love him. He's great. But yeah, he was my favorite character for a long time. I'll say season 1 it was Yuri, and then by the time he came around, he started doing all these cool stuff. I'm like, yo, this gotta go. Like, he's sleeping, he's tired.
Yeah, I feel it. He's basically my favorite character because he's kind of like the anti of everything that's about Tower of God in a way, which I always find hilarious. So that's part of the reason why I like him, because I don't like Tower of God for the fights or any of that other stuff. Even though some of them are good, some of them are okay, but I like Tower of God mostly because the lore, and I think this is just potentially the most interesting verse out of any webtoon manga, anything I've ever read. But I just like him because, like you said, he just like everything's so bothersome. He's like, hey, I gotta fight, then I'm gonna fight. If I gotta do the mission, I'm gonna just do the mission. Like, he don't care about nothing else. He don't care about exploring the tower. He don't care about all this other stuff. He doesn't really have any deep secrets about him. He's just here.
Yeah. You're just climbing.
Yeah, so I just thought that interesting.
All right, so what would you say was the moment that made you go like, this is my guy, like this, like he's the one? Like, was there a moment, a scene, a fight? What made you like, yo?
I mean, even when he first pulled up and they were just like the very first panel, they were just like the fisherman, Ran Kun. I was like, oh shit. And then I was like, wait, is he related to the other Kun? Mm-hmm. And then he was, and then like they touch on it a little bit, but it's just like they don't really go into deep depth, which I always thought was interesting because I always felt like he was gonna like attack that more. It's like, okay, they're not. I mean, they're related, but he's from the main branch family, and then we didn't get more about the main branch. So I was just like, okay, but he seems to have a good relationship with Kun, or at least a good working one. Yeah, and I just always thought he was cool from the jump, from his outfit to the way he looked. I just like
kill him with bone.
See, everybody says that.
I don't think they're similar, to be honest. I just like
they're not at all. See, I'm here to negate that. It's funny slander. Yeah. But the only thing about them is that they both have lightning powers. They are complete. They couldn't be more different. Ran is arrogant. He doesn't really give a shit about anything. He doesn't really seem to care about having friends or anything. He's stoic and he finds everybody annoying. Everybody.
He ranks people by how bothersome they are. Slightly, little, like neutral bothersome, super bothersome, too bothersome. Yeah. All right, you're so bothersome, I gotta kill you. Like,
yeah, right.
That's how he classifies people. So,
and I just thought it was interesting, and I just like though that he, even though he's overconfident and stuff like that, like I like the fact that he's like never scared, but at the same time he knows when like he could have potentially took that L. Mm-hmm. Cause he just like, I forgot the name of who he's fighting. Was it what's the guy with the magic powers that we got on before they got on the station? I think he was running too. They had to save him because he almost got himself killed.
You mean that like weird ghost thing that was blocking the?
Yeah,
I don't
and
remember
stuff
the name
like
of
that.
it. Yeah. He was just throwing his lances at it, like, yo, you can't hurt it.
Yeah, and then eventually he had to accept. He was like, okay, maybe I wasn't doing the smartest thing, but he gonna do what he do regardless. And I really like fool with that. He just like he doesn't care who's in front of him. It doesn't matter. He's going to do, whatever he think is the best thing to do, and he's gonna always hold his ground. And sometimes I wish more characters were like that, because I really hate characters. It's a pet peeve of mine. That it's fine if you don't have any power at the beginning and you're kind of scary and you're unsure of yourself. But once you gain that power, like take a stand, bro. Like man up. Stop second guessing everything you got to do. Sometimes you just got to do it.
I feel it. So, how do you feel about his relationship with Novik? Because I feel like they're the ones who have like the most interactions with him. They're usually seen together. By the way, I always like find this one panel where he's dunking on him, mad funny.
Yeah, that is hilarious.
I'm like, he's like 2'4". You can't let him dunk on you, bro.
Yeah, that was so ridiculous. I was like, man, Novik should be embarrassed.
That's when I knew he was the one. That was when I knew he was my guy.
I just like, cause I didn't expect them to even play basketball or nothing like that. So that's why it's like there is more sense of character to him. We just don't always get to interactions, and I really wish we did since he's been gone for so long. But like, we don't get to see him develop more, and I wish we did, especially since Machini's around now, and he's the one that wants to kill Machini. And I honestly think he might still be the one to do it. I don't know, because of the interactions were banned, no spoilers and shit like that. But I still think he.
Our God channel.
Well, just in case somebody first video they click on. But
no. This is Tower God.
But yeah, I got you. But I really hope that he's still, if Machini even does die, I hope he's the one to do it still. But yeah, like him and Novik they're really funny together. Like that's something I think it's kind of an underrated aspect about Tower God sometimes, just that the comedy is really subtle and it's really funny sometimes. Him, Karanka, just certain people, they just funny. They're mad funny.
I agree. But those two, like, they're seen together. But I do want to talk about his relationship with Machini and what you think could happen, because I feel she gets referenced a lot when talking about him, and we know that she saw potential in him. Obviously, they're both direct descendants of of the Cheek Slayer of Khun Ran. And the thing that I find interesting a lot is that a lot of his techniques are based off, like, they have her name in it, like, be like a Machini style lightning spear technique, or some of them. So it's like she's always kind of there. So like one of my favorite moments in the series. By the way, he has some of the best combat feats, I would say, or combat
definitely. I think he got top one, to be honest.
Nah, I'll give it to Yuri, to be honest.
Okay, I feel that. I'm not gonna argue with that.
I would give it to Yuri, but he's like right there. I wouldn't argue with you like either way, but when he's fighting in Ieda, oh my, I love this scene so fucking much. But she's like, all right, when it comes to the Arya family, yo, don't try to dodge those attacks. You take that shit, you tank it, and you just hit him with something stronger. And then when he did that, I like, yo, this is the greatest thing.
Right. You know what's crazy? Now that you said that, and now that I do think back to that scene, that is so her. That is just so her, and everything we say about her. We just like, she's a meathead. So of course she trains somebody to be almost exactly like her. Which is kind of, and I think it's even crazy, and I really hope he expands on this. I don't know when he's gonna have time or when he's gonna do it, but it's like, I want to know, is she more like a big sister or like a replacement level mother? Because she seems to have taught him everything that he knows about fighting, even though he hates her for whatever reason. And it might be something really small, because no one ran. It might not even be nothing big.
Yeah.
But right, like she drunk his juice pack or something. He never forgave her. But yeah, she seems to have taught him everything, which is really interesting, because as we know, like Khun doesn't really, even though we know he has the potential and he like hides it and stuff like that, but it doesn't really talk about if Erdogan taught any of his children anything. Do they just learn it on their own? Because like the Ari family seems to be a little bit different. He teaches his children the sword, or at least somebody does.
I mean, they learn like courtyard just training and shit, and fighting.
Yeah, so they're training, but like the Khun family, a lot of them seem to like do their own thing, and like it's like half different. Half of them are meatheads, and the other half of them are like really deceptive and manipulative. So I hope to go more in depth, since he seems to touch on them the most, and it'll give us kind of a grasp maybe into more family relations.
Mm-hmm. Man, I just hope that like we get to see that relationship with him and Machete kind of we could go deeper into it, because we haven't seen him in a while.
Right, exactly. Still on floor 39. Tragic.
Yeah, I mean, he hasn't seen him in a while. I mean, he had a pretty hard fight. He popped 2 lightning pills in that one, so to take out Iniesta. So we gotta see, because I do want to see him come back in the story. How important do you think he's gonna be moving forward?
He's always been a character that's not overly important, but he has a role, and he'll always have a role, and he'll always help potentially with team battles. He'll have a one-on-one, and I wish he would take more things from what he's been doing from Ran, not necessarily from the development wise, because he's obviously developed other characters better, but the things he does with the fights with Ran, and your girl Anak, and Ran with Iniesta. Like, he did a really good job on both those fights. Those are arguably, to me, 2 of the top 5 fights in the series.
Facts.
And he did a really good job just doing that and not forcing it, not over dialoguing it. I think he had a really good balance between both. And I was just like, why can't he do that with everybody? I mean, Bam, he does that with Bam and Jihad. But like, why can't we do that with everybody who fights?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you. One of those things, maybe because his training is really good. It seems to like have come in as an E rank regular. Obviously, he's one of the top ones. Very well trained. Like, he's not overly powerful where no one could stop him, but he just seems to have a good grasp of everything. He has his Shinsu quality going. He has his various techniques. He has his Radan, so he can boost himself if he needs to. It just seemed to just come in ready, kind of thing.
Yeah, and the thing I like about it is I think he does a really good job of the choreography in both those fights. He balances the Shinsu skills with the hands. And that's something he could have did better in the Jing Sung fight, and arguably some of Bam's fight. Like, Bam versus Elaine is actually a lot better than I gave it credit for originally.
I
going
said,
back and looking at it.
In hindsight, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Bam versus Jihad,
Yeah, that fight's actually a lot better than I remembered. I'm like, yo, this fight is really good. The way he's like bobbing it, even through her needle inventory and stuff as well, like, it's really good.
Right, and I'm just like, he kind of, I know he wanted to showcase the difference between high rankers and stuff, but I'm just like, bro, just because you want to showcase the difference don't mean you got to make the fights any less. You ain't got to turn them into a light show.
Mm-hmm. Just the beams, man.
Yeah.
Would you say his fight with Anak is better, or the fight with Iniesta? Which one do you like more?
You know what? I'm gonna say the fight with Anak is better, even though I do like the fight with Iniesta is better, only because it has a conclusion, obviously. But
because like, he got help.
Yeah, he got help though, but he got help. See, the fight with Anak, it was like, honestly, even up to now, even though I feel like he was beating Anak, you still don't know who was gonna win, because she seems to have a high durability and high pain tolerance. So you don't know who could have won that at the end. And also, he had an advantage because he took a pill. She didn't. She didn't have her weapon or nothing like that. So he had a distinct advantage. I also think that means that she was actually, her base is stronger than his.
Yeah.
But she's a princess though, so I'm not that shocked by that.
Demi.
Yeah, or demi princess. Yeah. But her father, even though he's from a direct descendant, we don't know who his mother is. Her mother, we know, was a Jihad princess. Yes. And I feel like she gets more from her than her father, the cook. So
that good. She got good food, man. Good food gets you a good girl, man.
I'm gonna start laughing if she starts cooking somewhere during the series. I'd fucking laugh.
That actually reminds me that like Ryan only keeps Novik around because he cooks well. That's the only reason why he doesn't even like, because I think he does have him like classified as like really troublesome or whatever. But yeah, she kind of got under his skin and hurt his pride, and that's why he kind of lost that fight, because he didn't have. But they tied because he didn't have to. He kind of had the upper hand, but because of what she was doing, he kept going in when he didn't have to.
Yeah.
And then obviously the god Parakill came out and won that revolution, you know, because he's literally the strongest in the tower. But it is what it is.
Yeah, Paraku go.
I mean, you got the W. What could we say? But okay, so moving. So I was like thinking, like moving forward, what is he gonna do with him? Because I almost feel like in a way he was kind of done with him. I don't know if this is true, just because like you know the war is becoming extremely Bam centric, and a lot of people are kind of getting pushed to the background. But I feel like because Machete, she got a plan. And she's trying to cause some havoc in the tower, and his ultimate goal when he comes to rank her is to take her down. At the very least, at some point, he can come back and be extremely pivotal. How you feel about that?
Yeah, I agree with that. I really liked what they originally did when Khun basically made him form the team, and he was the captain of the team, even though he wasn't the smart, kind of like Luffy in a way. Like he's the captain, even though he's not the smartest or like the most intelligent, stuff like that. But he was the captain. Because you know, at the end of the day, he's gonna throw hand. I wouldn't be shocked if they redid that again in future things, where it's just like, hey, Ran and Co are back. We're gonna have them basically hold off people here, and I'm fine with that. I don't need Ran, even though he's my favorite character. I don't need him to be the most important character in the tower. I don't need to see him all the time. It's just when he shows up, you know what he's gonna do. As long as he throws hands when he shows up and all his fights are good, I'm good. He doesn't need whole bunch of development or nothing like that, but I really do hope that he's not done with them and he brings them back and he does more stuff. And because obviously we're probably not doing no more regular climbing the tower, so hopefully during this off-screen time they get stronger. Somebody's training them. If we have a time skip, you know, I don't know what's gonna happen, but hopefully not. Hopefully we get some more of him and the peeps.
Yeah, but we need it. He's just got so many cool moments, especially in terms of combat. Like it's just, and he's got a lot of techniques that we've seen too, which is crazy.
Right. I think he, other than Bam, I think he has the most, to be honest.
You might be right. He's done a lot of stuff from his own techniques or whatever to machete styles, fighting style, everything like that. So I don't know. We'll see. And I do think his design is really cool, especially you know the part with like the hand of Arlene. I think it was when he has the hood on. I think it was
I love that. I
think it was around that time. That one panel, I had that as my Abby for a long time. That panel was clean. It was clean. That was back in the day, man. When he was like my goat. But fuck, I'm trying to. There's something I wanted to say, and I completely lost my train of thought about it. You know, I'm upset at myself. Damn. But anyways, Ran, go. You have any final words on him?
Not too much, you know. Raz go. I hope to see more lightning skills. I honestly hope he develops his own lightning techniques, because that would be really cool. And just to see what else you can. I mean, because obviously we know you can do anything in the tower because of Shinsu. I hope they step on that and develop more of that. And maybe, like, I don't know, he gets a different color lightning, or he just does some more cool feats, because I'm always here for Ran and the Khun family. Love those guys. And I hope all the Khuns get together, or at least all the ones we know currently, except for the floor one, because obviously he ain't coming. But yeah, Elliot. But everybody else, I hope they all see each other.
I remember what I was gonna say, by the way. So SIU stated in the blog post that if like Yeon Ewa could control her flames properly, she can put Ran to shame. Like that's how high her ceiling and potential is, or like, you know, because she's a Yeon family's flare. How you feel about that? I always found that line kind of interesting. Like, is there something? Go ahead.
You know what? I'm not completely mad, because you know how SIU is. That could mean a lot of things. It could that doesn't necessarily mean like. I think she will be stronger than him. I actually have no doubt about that. Mm-hmm. But that doesn't. It could mean that just the Yeon family and their flames have special properties in general that you just can't touch with just basic lightning ability, because that seems to be, I don't want to say basic or nothing like that, but it's not particularly overly special compared to what her flames could be.
That's fair. Do you think he has the potential to surpass Machete, by the way? You think he has the potential? Because she is a Jaha princess and a direct descendant, right? So, and when she was awarded Was it Yellow May? I think Yellow May when she finished climbing. Is it Yellow May? Am I thinking right?
This answer may shock you, but right now I'm gonna say no. I
kind of agree. That's why I was.
Yeah, I'm gonna say he has the potential to maybe get close because he's from the main family.
Yeah,
but she was a jihad princess for a reason. So I don't think there's too many people in her own family that either come close or even match her. Because asking Ran to get to high ranker level and then asking him to get to top, what is she? 100?
Yeah.
That's a lot to ask for. I can see him maybe getting to Yuri's current rank, top 500. But Yuri ain't gonna stay there either. So I never expected him to get to that level. I think, honestly, I think Khun may potentially be more gifted to him just because the amount of stuff that Khun's going to be able to do, maybe not strictly power-wise, but the amount of stuff that Khun's going to be able to do in the future on top of the stuff that he already knows how to do.
Yeah.
So
he's really cunning. Would you say that Macheni's showcase in the data floor, was it comparable, worse, or better than what we've seen from Ran?
I think Ran showcased a little bit better because going back and look at some of his feats, like I forgot he did the thing with the electric cloud. That was kind of cool. And obviously he had the pill, and I think he just did a lot more interesting stuff than her at this moment. But I mean, knowing her, we'll probably see more. But she's kind of been like straightforward. It's like, oh look, it's Machini. We know she uses lightning powers, and she just straight up do it. But she just got beat so easily on the data floor for obvious reasons because she was running up against a powerhouse. The good thing about Ran is most of the time when he fights an enemy, they're about the same level or slightly higher, so they're not too crazy.
Yeah, he hasn't fought anybody completely out of his. Yeah,
so I always think that served him more well than everybody else, because even with Bam, unfortunately, Bam has really good showcases, but of course we always have to get him to a level where he can even fight on par with most of the people he has to go up against in general. Like Ran don't have that issue. Everybody he fights is around the same level. So that's why I always think his showcases are better in the first place, because SIU did a good job of being like, okay, Ran, this person is on your level. Y'all are gonna fight, and it's gonna take some small luck or some small differences for you to win, which I'm completely fine with. Or he's in team battles and he helps in team, which is funny because he finds everybody bothers somebody. He's always in team battles. So.
I mean, he's cool, man. I just want to see more of him. I hope he comes back soon. Him and Anak, we need them back.
Right. I hope they do stuff together. Now that you said that, I really hope that they do, because she's probably gonna be more important than he is for obvious reasons. Her story's not done yet, but I really hope that they work together because they have like a brother sister kind of flow to their relationship.
There was like earlier Tower of God around the time where like they were kind of rivalry. There was a lot of Anak and Ran shippers. That was a big thing like back then.
I never seen that.
No,
like,
I know,
never
but that was a big thing. Like you would see like, a bunch of like fan art, like like the dance, like the when like and Dorsey was talking to like, oh, I'll like deal with Viola and stuff like. Yeah, they had them both in their like outfits, like dancing together in the ballroom and shit. I'm like, yo, what?
Nah. She already picked her man. She went to the man she thought was handsome.
Yeah, she did.
I mean, I don't know. That was written in stone. She was like, you think that man's handsome? Damn, that's good. I'm cool with that. I'm good with this. I should.
Got him the Black Mars like, hey, ignite this. Oh my god. All right. Any last words on the GOAT?
Man, y'all watch out for me. Ran out, and then we're gonna go to my other GOAT soon. Yeah.